name of the devil, Beelzebub, Lucifer, I
you.
demand that you step forward.
What is this? That's blood or something.
They're no longer watching, they're now creeping up on us. In this episode we'll be investigating two medieval church ruins, each relics of days gone by and both said to be extremely haunted. Join us as we try and uncover the past and the many ghosts surrounding these incredible ancient structures.
Although officially called St Mary's, this Hertfordshire church is more commonly known as Cold Christmas Church. Originally dating back to 1086, all that remains today is a tower after the rest of the building was demolished in the 1800s due to a new parish church being built nearby.
A local legend says that Cold Christmas Church was built on a north-south axis, which indeed many early medieval churches were. However, east-west axis became more popular later on, and the previous was said to be a sign of the devil. Cold Christmas is actually fairly normal in the sense that it's built on an east-west axis, as many churches are of the age. However, the confusion may have originated from the fact that the nearby river flows north. However, its closest point to the church, it actually flows east-west, which could be the source of this confusion.
Many of the derelict, weathered graves in the churchyard are said to belong to young children who died during an extremely cold Christmas one year, hence the name of the village changing to Cold Christmas. The first report of a haunting comes from 1978, where a lady walking up to the church was astounded to see an army marching out of the church door right towards her before disappearing. Further details of this story are unknown, and it appears to be the only instance of somebody seeing a phantom army in the area. Since then, more sinister activity has taken place on the grounds.
The church ruins and surrounding area have become the site of devil worship and dark occult rituals in recent years. People have actually found sacrificed animals hanging from the church, including goats and chickens, and there's even evidence that some of the graves have been opened up and the bodies of those buried there have been used in these rituals. It's also believed that because of these practices, it's unleashed some very dark and negative entities into the churchyard and what remains of the church tower here. Now, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what to expect when we investigate here. It's obviously a very, very popular place for people to come. There's graffiti absolutely everywhere. There's beer cans lying about, cigarette butts lying everywhere. So there's a lot of people that come here, obviously for the wrong reasons. But because it's so popular, I do wonder maybe if some of the stories that attached to the church have become exaggerated with the amount of people coming here, especially coming here while intoxicated. They see a shadow or something and then they come away with a story of a ghost. Like I say, it's happened a lot of other places that have become hotspots for hauntings, and people go there all the time. The stories really do get blown out of proportion, and I speculate maybe the case here. I don't know that for a fact, and the only way we're going to find out is by spending an evening here and investigating and trying to get to the bottom of whether there really is anything going on here.
Within about 20 minutes of starting our investigation, a group of people also visiting the church arrived and started talking to us about their experiences and knowledge of the hauntings in the area.
Shadow paranormal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because when we used to be able to get in the tower, we see the faces on the internal of the turret. They come out the brickwork at you, and it's fucking terrifying. There's lots of stories up here. I've been up here since I was a child.
That's why we're coming up here to find out if any of them are true, sort of thing.
Yeah, Yeah, a lot of them, maybe 80% of what you've heard is true.
Right. Yeah, we've only been here for about 20 minutes, so I think it's still early for us so far to have much. It's creepy though. We've been up here. It's spooky.
Sorry, we just come up here just for Japes' old time's sake.
Oh, that's all right.
But it was the internals of the...
Inside it.
Yeah.
That's completely sealed up now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they poured concrete in it, but
right.
back in the day, when I was young, like you guys, the KKK used to come up here, the devil worshippers, we used to see them.
You actually saw them?
Yeah, we 100% hand on heart. Well, when I was kids, you often used to see the sheeps hanging up and the chickens.
Oh, really?
Everything.
What, inside it?
Inside. The family have had enough of me now.
Have a good night. Bye.
So that is a first for us, really. I mean, most of the time we're left on our own when we investigate. We never have anybody come over. But it was quite interesting talking to them, and actually people that have grown up in the area and obviously know the background of the church here.
They've been inside it as well.
Yeah, obviously before it was concreted up. But the fact he was saying that these rituals did take place here. I mean, when he was saying that there was sheep and chickens and stuff.
Yeah, he's actually seen them.
Tower. Yeah. And apparently the graves are open around the edge, so...
Yeah, he said to watch them. I don't know if he said they've been redone though.
Yeah, they're probably...
We'll watch your feet over there if we went over there.
But it's
anyway.
obviously still going on in fairly recent times, that sort of stuff.
Should we get to investigating then?
Yeah, should we actually... We'll properly crack on now?
Yeah. Sounds good.
You think you can come forward and show yourself to us?
Feels like we're being watched.
Yeah, big time.
All around.
I keep hearing so many like voices on the wind as well. I don't know if that is just sound carrying, but
Yeah. I think we've just got to focus on what is around in this area.
yeah.
Just take a minute of silence.
It's a shame we can't go in it.
Yeah. A lot of people have come here and experienced you being here. Some people have even seen you. Will you let us see you tonight?
See, because we can't get in there, I wonder where's the sort of really the next best place around here to try.
Be doorways, I'd imagine.
I was imagining doorways, as far like trying K2 on doorways and things.
Should we try the other doorway? This one, the concrete.
Yeah.
So that's burning there as well, isn't it?
Could be. Oh, is there a place below that for a candle to go? No. That's what maybe it's a candle.
It's not going off on the finger, so. Why would you try and burn concrete? You can't burn concrete, can you?
I was thinking there's a candle being put under it and that's the smut from it. Still trying to get my head around, is it the feeling of away from the church? Like we go to the church, it feels safer and it draws us away, or we go in the graveyard because it draws us away from the church. Like I don't know what part of it feels the most powerful really. It feels more like right around the church.
At the moment it just feels like we're being watched.
Yeah, the atmosphere changes massively once you come away from that.
Yeah.
Like you physically feel it sort of.
I mean there's not, environmentally there's not too much that should affect that, is there?
No. Well, it's like he said as well, we're sort of in a valley anyway.
Yeah.
And this particular point, because you've got the trees and stuff there, you're kind of sheltered from wind from that side.
Yeah. That's what I
and
mean,
even that
there's no
side.
physical reason why it should feel different in the graveyard and the tower. I don't think one feels worse than the other, it's just like they just feel different.
The fact that there had like occultists, and as that guy said, like Satanists and stuff here, I'm wondering if talking more in those terms to whatever's in there is something that's more like to bring it out.
That's your cup of chow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You know,
that's
that sort of-
more your street.
Yeah, it's what your area of expertise.
I wouldn't know what to say.
Me
Mm.
neither. So what do you say?
The only thing I can think is kind of do the reverse of what Jason does to try and call stuff out of the corner.
Which is?
In the name of the devil, I call you forwards,
Oh.
sort of thing. Whoa.
In the name of the devil, Beelzebub, Lucifer,
I'm
I
getting,
demand that you step forward.
I'm getting bad chills.
See, I've got the chills, but is that because we said it?
I feel sick.
Really?
Yep.
I've got the worst chills going around, man. And
It's got really cold now, isn't it?
yeah, it's now feeling like this stuff. They're no longer watching, they're now creeping up on us.
Don't say that.
Oh, it's heavy, isn't it?
Yep. You okay?
No, I feel really sick.
Do you want to stand up in front for a bit?
I'll be right.
Come towards that device we've laid on the floor.
Where's my torch?
You interact with it, please.
There was something big white thing here just now that was next to us, like solid, like a dog, like a white dog.
No, a dog.
Like a white dog here.
Although none of our cameras recorded the dog-like apparition that James had seen, interestingly, we captured what sounds like a rather animalistic snarl at exactly the same time it would have appeared. Come towards that device we've laid on the floor.
What is this? That's not wheels, is it? That's blood or something.
It's berries.
That's not berries.
Oh no, that's tyre tracks.
From what?
Off a wheel, off a bike.
Why is it just there?
Or is it burnt? I can't.
It's red, it's like blood.
It's burnt.
The burnt grass.
Yeah.
Or dead.
There's that one and there's one over there. There's a line of it here.
Get it?
It's not dead, no, it's like...
There's a line of it here as well. And here.
It's slimy.
Smells weird.
What was that?
Oh, that was over there.
Did you hear
It
that?
sounded like a woman.
What'd you hear?
It was a woman.
Hello?
I just heard walking over there.
This is a weird one.
I need to get out of there.
Yeah?
I'm so fucking sick.
You go to the front?
Yeah. Just for like a minute.
Yeah, should have a break.
Yeah, I can walk with the car.
I'd like to say the tension's been released a bit from walking out, but it's still...
It's still present on the fringes. How you feeling now, Sophie?
It's going, but it's there. It's just like sitting in the back of my throat, like I'm ready to fucking chunder it.
No, walking to the field.
It's walking straight across the field.
That instantly feels like each step we get further away,
Yeah.
I feel less and less on edge and like.
After a short break outside of the churchyard, gathering our thoughts, we finally returned, ready to try and record whatever evil entity had emerged from the shadows.
You okay?
No,
What's up?
I don't know.
What did you hear something?
Yeah.
I heard something
Literally right next to me.
like a clacking noise.
Yeah. I'm so fucking freaked out. Like,
Is there someone over here with us? Could you please make that noise again? Ooh, I just got ringing in both my ears.
I have as well.
Yeah. Did you get
I didn't think anything of it, but
Did you get that same time?
must have been a similar sort of time. I didn't think anything of it. It's just like...
What was that?
Buzz sound.
Yeah.
What is that? It's like...
What was that?
Buzz sound.
Yeah.
It's like a frequency. What is that?
It's a horn.
From what?
That sounds like it's in the air above us.
This is like in... That's not in the distance, is it?
That's like sonic. It's like going
all
round.
around. Is that what we heard before when I thought it was a woman?
I don't think so. It's like an old horn of some sort.
That's strange.
It's like sub-frequency.
It was
kind of.
4.
It goes right through you, doesn't
It was 4 though, yeah.
It's impossible to say for certain that this sound wasn't being carried on the wind from elsewhere. However, it did sound extremely strange and unlike anything else we'd ever heard before, and we couldn't help but wonder if maybe this was the sound of some kind of ceremonial horn that had been used in rituals over the years. After our investigation, Sophie posted some photos of the evening to our Facebook page, where many of you commented with your own stories and experiences from Cold Christmas Church. However, one comment specifically stood out to us. A former police officer who had regularly attended the church told a tale about a dog that had become lost in an underground tunnel beneath the church, and how its owner would play bagpipes to try and call his dog back. She said that on cold winter nights the sound of bagpipes can be heard in the area, being carried on the chilly winter wind. Although the sound we heard doesn't specifically sound like bagpipes, we can't help but see the connection, especially after James claimed to have seen what looked like a dog earlier on in the night, prior to having any knowledge whatsoever of this story. The crumbling ruins of this remote medieval church are thought to have been abandoned sometime in the 17th century, however the reason for this is unknown. There appears to be no records of a settlement near the church or even people living nearby. Even the areas surrounding the ruins are bare of any grave markers or headstones. This is extremely strange, as in the absence of a civilization, it seems to be completely pointless to build such a building, especially one of this size in this location. Could there maybe have been a lost village, forgotten in time, somewhere in the area? Probably the most famous legend surrounding this church stems from this very oak tree here. It's said that at some point in history, a witch was buried beneath the church who had a wooden leg, and over time this oak tree sprouted from that leg. Now this is undoubtedly just a local legend, however there's no reason to believe it's not based on some kind of fact. There could very well have been a witch buried beneath the church here or somewhere in the area, which spawned this legend, and similar things have been seen across the country. It's not out of the question at all. A legend also attached to this church is that if you were to walk around it 3 times at night, the spirit of the witch will be summoned. And I think this is something we're going to have to look into later on. As for modern supernatural stories surrounding the location, visitors claim to experience an overwhelming feeling of dizziness and nausea inside the church, as well as seeing mists moving between the crumbling walls. Could these be the spirits of the inhabitants of the lost village of East Summerton? So we're here at the moment at the East Summerton Church. We've been here for what, half an hour now?
Yeah.
It's not as remote as I thought it would be. It's quite a popular walking area. We've had a few groups of people come over.
Even people just walking through, do you know what I mean? Literally just walking past or driving past. You'd have thought for somewhere so remote looking that it wouldn't be as popular, but it clearly is.
Yeah, and I think if we are to stay a bit later and investigate, I think that's going to be a bit of an issue, is the amount of people coming by here. It's quiet, but as soon as there's people coming by, it sort of throws the whole investigation out the window. So I think maybe we should, to start with, walk around the church 3 times.
Yeah. Starting from where? Where would you say the starting point is?
Wherever we walk out.
That way.
Here. I mean, it's. Oh, I've got no doubt it's just a legend, but if we're going to get anything, it's worth a go.
Worth doing it right. Are you supposed to touch the tree as well first? Is it like you go around a tree 3 times and you touch the tree at the end?
We can do.
I think that's what you do.
We'll do that. I haven't read the actual rule book, so.
I haven't got any like particularly ghostly feelings though yet, but I think that just might be because there've been so many people wandering about.
I've not felt anything at all. It feels quite chilled out.
Yeah. What's your feet?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know when this legend comes from, but we can't actually walk 3 times around.
Yeah, you can go that way.
We need to carry on.
Outside and round.
Oh yeah.
Past the private no right away zone.
You can cut up through left here.
Due to the thick trees that had grown up over the years, it was nearly impossible to walk around the church 3 times, so we instead decided to modify the tail slightly and walk around the tree itself. That's one.
1. Two. Someone walks up now. 3, and then touch the tree.
I feel dizzy.
I do.
That's because we walked round in a circle 3 times.
That's because we just walked around a tree.
That's not because we summoned any witch.
No.
I don't know if it's like the psychosomatic thing of like, because we've done that, now it's supposed to happen. It's like stop bringing on the feelings. I do feel a bit weird now we've done that. Very slightly. Not even dizzy, but like dunno.
Disorientated?
Like suddenly felt like I got like really hot.
Yeah, it probably comes part of being dizzy though. I don't really know.
Is there anybody here with us?
If there is anybody here, perhaps you could come towards us. Make us feel your presence.
Or if you can appear on these cameras. It's difficult because it's not said any like spot.
No.
So I keep thinking over there, but that's only because that's the darkest bit.
Trouble is with the wildlife as well. If you're going to get
There's stuff moving everywhere.
rustling and
Yeah.
things. So what are the things that you've like read about or heard or?
Apparently there's mists that have been seen.
It's quite misty anyway. Like when you look through that way,
Yeah.
it looks misty.
We can see it in the light of the
Yeah.
trees. It's quite a misty looking area. Yeah, mists around here. People having strange feelings of nausea, funnily enough, which is exactly what happens when you walk 3 times around a tree.
It is. You get dizzy, you get sick.
I don't know why, but I think it's because it is like a stone arch here. It has got that kind of stepping into, like a stepping beyond a threshold sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like. So after walking in here, it feels very strange. I don't know if that's just because all the air and everything is channeled through.
You get that claustrophobic feeling, but obviously because it's a small space.
Yeah, all the
compared to
sounds
out
all
there.
bouncing around here as well.
Yeah. People walking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've decided to leave at the moment. It's a bit of a shame. We were hoping to stay a bit later and do a full investigation, but I think there's just too many people around here. Even as it gets later, I think there's still going to be the odd car coming by. It's a house just over there. It's not really as isolated as I first thought it would be. And any evidence we'll get will be contaminated. So I think we're going to have to, just call this investigation off really, which is a shame because we've travelled a fair way to get here. But it's just one of those things, if you don't come out and you don't try places, you never know. Whilst on the drive home, something caught our attention, and we decided to take a slight detour. So we were just driving back from East Summerton Church, and James, who was sitting in the back of the car looking for abandoned places as usual.
That's his favourite thing to do. Oh, that's abandoned. Oh, that's abandoned. Can we go there?
And how many times are they abandoned?
Been absolutely useless up until
We did see a
now.
house back there. Well, I
Yeah,
saw a house.
Well, yeah, we're not sure about that one, but this, it's oh hello, cry.
Yeah, we pointed out this church, and we managed to find the track that comes up
Literally,
to it.
pot luck. managed to
But it's
find
a
it
bit
by
weird
accident.
because from this side it looks intact, but around the other side
Around
we
the
can see
other
it's all
side,
collapsed.
It's collapsed in. There's like vines and things growing through it.
We've
so-
got no idea what church this is.
The graves don't even look that old, really.
No. Yeah, we really have no idea where this is or what the deal with the church is or anything.
Oh, it's two halves.
It looks like it's open around the other side of that bit.
Yeah, I think it is. This is strange. This one.
The whole middle of it's just fallen off.
Again, another tree growing through the middle.
I wonder if the door's open.
You could try.
I mean, what does it look like in there? Hmm. No, it's got a couple of locks. There was another one, this big one. It's a bit overgrown, but I think someone's walked through here. That's proper overgrown.
Look, there's a staircase there.
Oh wow. Should we recreate the video from the other day? So let's see how far I can get this way without getting stung too much.
Yeah, there's no way in.
For a church that's this far out, sort of in the middle of nowhere, it's pretty well locked up, to be honest. Wow, look, the whole tower's cracked.
Ah, that'll be why they've cordoned it off.
Looks like bat wings, I think, on the side.
Maybe it was like a lightning strike or
Well, it might have been like a fire.
yeah.
The bit where they kind of not actually join the fence.
I wonder if the graves moved much further back out into the trees down there. Actually, I mean that's not. You mean this?
The car.
Yeah, around the other side there was a car I was more looking at.
It's crazy.
Nice.
Nice.
Taking pictures.
Yeah.
We just saw it on a drive past and we thought it looked really interesting, so we just wanted to take a look at it. That's all.
Yes, that's fine. I am, well, it's our church
Oh, okay.
because I live here on our estate and we have a lot of vandalism, so
Oh, I see.
I always
Okay,
come
yeah.
up when I see anyone. It's
Fair
quite
enough.
late
Yeah,
at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we sort of saw the tower from the
Yeah, we're
drive
driving
past at the road.
down there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But you know, we have had the windows broken and
Oh,
all
yeah.
sorts of
Yeah.
vandalism, which is you know, it's.
Do you know what exactly happened? Why
It was struck by lightning.
I said that. I said that. Maybe it was like a lightning strike or.
It was struck by lightning in 1463,
Wow.
and the person who owned the estate then refused to repair it. So they just used this bit, which is still in use today.
Oh, okay.
So that was still part of the original, was it?
Oh yes, that was the, you know, you went. This was the main door,
Yeah.
which is now the vestry, and then there was an aisle, obviously, went right
yeah.
up. So they just used this piece.
Oh.
So it was struck by lightning.
There's actually much left inside the porch area.
Yes, that's what we call the vestry.
Right.
It's fine in there, but that was the entrance, and you came in up through the path up to there. I've actually got a picture of my house, in my house, of what it was like. And most of the village was around here, but it was destroyed in the Black Death.
right. That's nice.
Kind of no, that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. But you appreciate, you know, when I come up, we had somebody up here at 4 o'clock in the morning who pinged all the windows out with a gun.
Oh, right.
All those little squares,
Yeah.
which are all lead, which cost a fortune to replace.
Yeah.
And he just simply stood here and
Shot
pinged them
out.
all, you know.
Some strange people about.
Well, there are, yes, there are. So
No, I
mainly
understand
when
why
I
you
come up here at night, it's mainly courting couples.
Right.
I have to just cough and, you know.
Yeah, let them know.
But otherwise, I mean, a few weeks ago, there was a van up here, and they were
taking the roof.
He was taking ruins
left?
from the stones from the ruin
Right.
to make a rockery.
Oh.
So, you know.
Ah, well. It was nice to meet you.